Okay, so here's an exam question on proofs. It's giving you the function, so function of n, 2n plus 1 squared minus 2n minus 1 squared minus 10, and n is an integer, so a whole number. Prove that the function of n is never a multiple of 8. So first of all, we need to expand and see why it might not be a multiple of 8. So sometimes with proofs they don't give you the function at all. They give you it in words, but actually they've given you it here, and the trap is really these negative numbers. It can cause issues. So if you're squaring 2n plus 1, it will look, this is the first trap people come into, they just square each one individually, but 2n plus 1 squared looks like that. So if we expand this, 2n times 2n 4n squared plus 2n plus another 2n, and then 1 times 1, that's another trap. People put 2, they just add them together. I don't know why, but it's a real common mistake. So that's this part here. Now this one, what you're doing, you're taking this whole one away. So what I'm going to do is work this out, and then change the sign. Excuse me, change the sign, because if you're minusing it, you'll be changing the sign. But I'll do it kind of separately first. So if I'm expanding this one, this is just where you need to be so careful. 2n minus 1. So if I square this, I end up with also 4n squared, minus 2n, and then you're minusing 2n again, and then plus 1 again, another trap. Minus 1 times minus 1. We know that gets what? We know that will be 1, but in an exam situation that's forgotten. So I would structure it out and do it really, really carefully like this. Alright, so we're minusing this equation here from this one, and then we're going to minus 10. I'll put that on later. So what we have to do, just if you're minusing the whole lot, you'll be turning it around into the different signs. So 4n squared, you're going to be minusing 4n squared. So actually that becomes 0. Now plus 2n is 4n, and then I'm going to minus, now this is minus 4n. So if I minus 4n, I actually end up with positive 8n. So a lot of people just cancel those out, but because this is minus 4n, and then you're minusing it again, it becomes a positive 8n. And then 1 minus 1 essentially is 0, so plus 0. So everything's cancelled out apart from this 8n. And then the minus 10, I'm just going to add on the end. So 8n minus 10. Now, this might give you lots of clues because it's never a multiple of 8. Well, it won't be, because as n is an integer, any integer and then multiplied by 8 will be a multiple of 8. Okay, so this part, you're saying that, and this part here will be a multiple of 8. Therefore, when you minus 10, it will no longer be a multiple. So you should see it really obviously. If you don't see if you do all this and you've made a mistake here and it actually comes out with where it doesn't prove that it's a multiple of 8, then it's not right, and maybe go back and have a look to see if you can figure out what's happened. Okay, so I hope that was quite helpful. This is a proof, and they've given you that, so it's always going to have some slightly complicated expanding going on. Okay, thanks for listening.